Imagine this. You wake up, check your business systems, and bam, everything's locked.
Yep.
Files inaccessible. And there's this ransom note demanding, I don't know, millions in crypto.
Yeah, or it could be your personal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Photos, financial records,
Yeah.
just gone, held hostage.
Exactly. It's not some sci-fi plot. This is ransomware. It's happening every single day, fueling this kind of invisible war that companies, well, everyone really, is fighting. Okay, so let's unpack this today. We're doing a deep dive into the global ransomware protection market. We've got this really insightful report, Ransomware Protection Market, Global Growth Projections to 2033. And our mission really is to pull out the key insights. We want to show you where the effort is actually going to fight this thing globally.
And it covers a lot, right? This isn't just one type of solution.
No, exactly. We're talking everything from, fancy software stopping attacks before they happen to solid backup systems, even those rapid response teams. It's the whole package.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how these numbers, they paint this picture of, global urgency. It shows organizations aren't just reacting anymore.
Right.
They're investing proactively, heavily. And we'll see where that money's making the biggest difference.
And this isn't just for the tech geeks, is it?
No, absolutely not. Understanding this market, it's vital for anyone, really, anyone living in our digital world today. Because the threat, the cyber attacks, they're just escalating constantly. It touches everything, critical infrastructure down to your phone.
Okay, let's talk scale then. The numbers are pretty dramatic. So back in 2021, the global market, it was already significant, over $11.4 billion.
$11.4 billion.
Yeah.
Not small change.
Not at all. But the report projects that by 2025, just next year, that figure is going to jump to nearly $20 billion.
Almost double in just 4 years. Wow.
But wait, here's where it gets really interesting. Looking further out to 2033,
Okay.
the projection is, wait for it, $60.4 billion.
60 billion.
60.4. That's almost a six-fold increase from 2021 in just over a decade.
That's huge.
Which works out to a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR, of 14.9%.
Almost 15% year-over-year growth
Okay.
sustained.
And just quickly, for anyone unfamiliar, CAGR is basically the average annual growth rate smoothed out over time. Gives you that clear picture of just how fast this thing is ballooning. So, what's driving that kind of explosive growth?
Well, if you connect the dots, it's a direct reflection of the rising frequency, yes, but maybe more importantly, the sophistication of these cyber attacks.
Ah, sophistication. Okay.
Yeah, ransomware specifically has become, frankly, a very lucrative business model for criminals. You've got things like ransomware as a service now.
Right, I've heard about that. It sounds like you can just rent the tools.
Pretty much, it lowers the bar for entry. So you get more attackers running more automated, large-scale attacks. They hit everyone, big corporations, small businesses, you name it.
So it's industrialized cybercrime, essentially.
Exactly. And it's not just about protecting the data anymore. It's the value of that data, which keeps going up. And the cost of losing access. It can be crippling.
Yeah.
So you see this urgent need for advanced solutions. It's become a global arms race, really.
That's a really powerful way to put it, an industrialized threat, an arms race. It explains those staggering numbers. It's not just some niche tech issue.
Not at all.
It's fundamental economics, fundamental security. Okay, so where is this massive investment actually flowing? Let's start with the established strongholds.
Right. So North America. Unsurprisingly, perhaps, it clearly dominated in 2021, pulling in over $4.6 billion.
$4.6 billion. Okay.
And it's not like it's peaked. It's projected to keep growing strongly, hitting over $22.3 billion by 2033.
Wow. So still very robust growth there.
Absolutely. That consistent strength is, well, it's largely down to the highly digitized infrastructure,
Yeah.
plus stringent regulations that basically mandate strong cybersecurity.
Makes sense. And digging into North America, the U.S. is the big one, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Takes the lion's share, definitely. Over $3.3 billion back in 2021.
3.3.
And that's expected to surge to nearly $16 billion by 2033.
$16 billion just for the U.S. market. That just shows the sheer scale of digital assets needing protection there.
It really does. After the U.S., you've got Canada showing impressive growth, too. Projected over $4.1 billion by 2033.
Okay.
But what's quite interesting within North America is Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a smaller market overall, but its CAGR is notably strong.
Yeah.
Over 15.6%.
Higher than the U.S. and Canada's average rate.
Slightly, yeah. It signals this significant acceleration in protection efforts as its economy digitalizes rapidly. It's becoming a bigger target, so it's also becoming a rapidly expanding market for these solutions.
Interesting. Okay, so that's North America. What about across the Atlantic? Europe.
Europe's another major player, absolutely. In 2021, it was over $3.1 billion.
$3.1 billion, still very significant.
And there's projected to climb to over $16 billion by 2033. So yeah, a massive contribution to the global picture.
16 billion, almost catching up to the U.S. projection.
Then closer, yeah.
Yeah.
And within Europe, Germany is the heavyweight.
Okay.
It was around $750 million in 2021, expected to grow to over $3.6 billion by 2033.
2.6 billion for Germany. And the UK.
UK is also significant, about $500 million in 2021, growing to nearly $2.3 billion. So these, established economies are constantly bolstering their defenses.
Right, steady growth in the big economies. But you mentioned something interesting earlier about maybe faster growth elsewhere in Europe.
That's right. Beyond the giants, what's really fascinating is the rate of growth in places like Spain, Denmark, Switzerland.
Right.
Their KDRs are all well over 16%.
Good.
Denmark's is actually nearly 17%.
Wow, significantly higher than the regional average. What does that tell us?
Well, it suggests it's not just about spending more money reactively. It points towards perhaps a more proactive adoption of advanced strategies.
It's maybe driven by things like GDPR, heightened awareness.
Exactly. Things like GDPR, the real costs of attacks hitting home, it influences broader cybersecurity investments. It shows the threats truly global, demanding this constantly evolving response.
So while these regions are already big players, they're not slowing down. The threat is everywhere.
Precisely. Which raises that important question, doesn't it? What specific strategies are these established markets using that drive such consistent growth? And are other regions learning from them?
Yeah, that's a key point. Okay, so North America, Europe established giants, still growing strong. But if they're the giants, it sounds like Asia Pacific is really putting on a show, right? You said the numbers there are incredible.
Oh, absolutely incredible. The sheer scale of growth in APAC is phenomenal. It points to this massive push for digital transformation happening alongside, a clear recognition of the risks involved.
So what are the numbers?
Asia Pacific is emerging as the fastest growing market globally, period.
Faster than North America or Europe in terms of growth rate.
Yes. In terms of the KGR, it's projected to leap from about $2.3 billion in 2021 to nearly $14.9 billion by 2033.
14.9 billion, okay.
It's a CAGR of over 16.5%, 16.5%.
Wow.
It's not just, throwing more money at it. It's a critical strategic shift as these economies become these huge digital hubs and battlegrounds.
And leading that charge in Asia Pacific.
China. It not only leads the region in size, but it also clocks the highest KGR globally.
Globally. Higher than even those fast-growing European countries?
Yep, over 17.1%.
Okay, that's massive. What are the dollar figures?
China goes from just over $800 million in 2021, projected to hit $5.3 billion by 2033.
5.3 billion. That pace is just staggering. Must be driven by that huge digital user base, expanding cloud.
All of that. And then, not to be outdone, look at India.
Right. Big digital push there, too.
Extraordinary growth. Its CAGR is actually the strongest among all major global markets, over 17.8%.
17.8%?
Yes.
Even higher than China's rate.
Even higher. So India's market surges from just under $300 million in 2021 to a projected $2.1 billion by 2033.
2.1 billion. That really highlights a major commitment to securing that booming digital economy. It must be a prime target.
Absolutely. Given its rapid adoption of e-commerce, digital services, it's squarely in the crosshairs.
And it's not just China and India, is it? Japan is also significant.
Yes, Japan's a major contributor too, projected to reach over $2.6 billion by 2033.
Okay.
But the trend is widespread. You see countries like South Korea, Australia, the whole Southeast Asia sub-region, really.
All showing strong growth.
Healthy double-digit growth rates across the board. Singapore, for instance, is set for a substantial increase. It just reflects this region-wide commitment to seriously bolstering digital defenses against increasingly sophisticated threats.
So digital expansion and security investment going hand in hand in Asia Pacific. Aggressively.
Exactly. Robust security investment meeting robust expansion.
Okay. Established players growing. Asia Pacific exploding. But the report also covers other frontiers, right? Showing that nowhere is really untouched. South America.
South America is definitely showing strong momentum, growing from about $600 million in 2021 to a projected $3.3 billion by 2033. That's a solid CGR of over 15.4%.
15.4%. And within South America?
Brazil is the dominant contributor there, expected to grow to nearly $1.5 billion by 2033.
Okay. And the drivers, similar to elsewhere, digitalization.
Yeah, pretty similar drivers.
Yep.
Increasing internet access, more digital payments,
Hmm.
and unfortunately the corresponding rise in cybercrime target these new infrastructures.
And it's not just Brazil, I assume, or Argentina, Colombia.
Yep, Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Chile, all showing robust double-digit growth rates.
Yeah.
It really reinforces this idea of a continent-wide push towards better cyber resilience.
Okay, makes sense. Shifting gears, the Middle East.
The Middle East is seeing significant strategic investments. The market there is expanding from nearly $400 million in 2021 to a projected $2.3 billion by 2033. That's a TIGR of over 15.6%.
15.6. Similar rate to Mexico, interestingly. Who leads there?
Saudi Arabia is dominant, growing towards almost $940 million by 2033.
Nearly $1 billion.
Yeah, and that's heavily driven by ambitious national digital transformation plans like their Vision 2030, huge investments in smart cities.
Right, those big projects need serious protection. Anywhere else notable?
Keep an eye on Qatar. It's showing one of the fastest growth rates in the region, a CAGR over 17%.
17% for Qatar. Wow.
Yeah, and nations like Turkey, the UAE, Egypt, they're also making substantial strides, often spurred by wanting to protect critical national infrastructure in those burgeoning digital economies.
Okay, one more region, Africa.
Africa's position is also strengthening. It started from a smaller base, just over $270 million in 2021.
Right.
But it's anticipated to reach over $1.4 billion by 2033. That reflects a steady CAGR of just over 14%.
14%. Consistent growth. Key players.
Nigeria and South Africa are key contributors there, both showing consistent growth in cybersecurity spending as digital services expand across the continent, which of course brings opportunities but also new vulnerabilities.
So the picture is clear then. No region is immune. Investment is global. Protection efforts are ramping up everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere.
But what does this actually mean for, us, the individual user, or for businesses trying to figure out their own security strategy in this landscape?
Well, what's truly fascinating, I think, is that near universal recognition of the threat now. It's not some niche IT problem anymore.
Right.
It's fundamental to just operating in the modern world. And that trend, that spending trend, it underscores how security has shifted from being an afterthought to a core strategic investment everywhere.
Driven by the sheer cost and disruption if you don't invest.
Precisely. But it does raise that important question, doesn't it? As all this money pours into defense, how are the attacks evolving? Because they are evolving.
It's that arms race you mentioned.
It is. It's constant. Understanding these market trends, it helps us anticipate not just where the money's going now, but maybe where the next big battlegrounds in this digital conflict might emerge.
Exactly. The sheer scale of this investment, $60 billion projected. It's staggering. And it connects directly to the risk we all face, individuals and organizations. These numbers shout loud and clear. Ransomware isn't going away. It's persistent. It's evolving.
Yeah.
So what this deep dive really shows is, 1, ransomware protection is this critical, booming industry. 2, while the established markets like North America and Europe are huge, Asia-Pacific, especially China and India, is where the explosive growth is, signaling these major global shifts.
Right, a shift in digital and economic priorities.
And 3, every region is actively investing. It truly is a global challenge, demanding a global response.
A global commitment, really, to building better security.
So what does it all mean for you listening? Well, it means our digital world is, full of amazing opportunities, but also, let's be honest, fraught with peril. And this fight against ransomware, it's a massive multi-billion-dollar effort that is actively shaping our digital future.
And the fact that there is such a global commitment to building these advanced security infrastructures, ultimately, that effort benefits all of us. It pushes towards a more resilient digital world.
Yeah, absolutely. Our look at this ransomware protection market, it really highlights just how dynamic this digital world is. The numbers, they definitely speak volumes about the challenges.
Me too.
But also about the incredible ingenuity, the resources being deployed to try and protect us all.
And it's a vital reminder, isn't it? While the threats are absolutely real, so are these monumental strategic efforts happening globally to secure our digital future. It's a critical frontier, no doubt.
So maybe something for you to think about. Given these staggering investments in defense, these billions pouring in, what future innovations do you think will be the next game changer? Will it be, I don't know, AI predicting attacks before they happen? Or maybe entirely new ways to verify who we are online, something to chew on?